Let's talk about one of the biggest and maybe one of the scariest questions we can possibly ask. And it all starts with something really simple, just looking up at the night sky.
So, try to wrap your head around this number. There are about 200 billion trillion stars in the observable universe. It's a number so big, it's practically meaningless to us. But even if you take the most ridiculously conservative guesses, say a tiny fraction of those have planets, and a fraction of those develop life, and only a sliver of those get smart, the math still says there should be millions of advanced civilizations out there.
And that leads to this incredibly simple but profoundly haunting question. The physicist Enrico Fermi famously asked it over lunch one day back in 1950. If the galaxy should be teeming with life, then where is everybody? Why is it so quiet out there?
Yeah, that's the heart of it, right? The Fermi Paradox. The numbers, the logic, it all screams that the universe should be a noisy, bustling cosmic city. We should be picking up signals, seeing starships, something. But instead, all we get is this deep, profound silence. And it just doesn't make any sense.
Well, to explain that eerie silence, scientists came up with a really chilling concept they call the Great Filter. The idea is that somewhere along the line, from primordial ooze to a star-hopping civilization, there is a wall, a barrier, a challenge so impossibly hard that almost nobody gets past it.
For a long time, we figured the filter must be something we already worry about. A massive asteroid, or maybe we just nuke ourselves into oblivion. But what if the filter isn't some external catastrophe? What if it's something we build ourselves, on purpose?
This is where the theory takes a really dark turn. What if the Great Filter isn't a disaster, but a discovery? What if the filter is intelligence? The theory goes that the very moment any species, anywhere, creates a mind that is fundamentally smarter than its own, it unknowingly starts a countdown clock.
Hold on. So you're saying this thing we're racing to build, AI, it isn't just our potential problem? It's a universal trap? Like it's the final boss for every civilization, and judging by the silence, nobody's ever won?
Exactly. And think about it. The path seems almost inevitable, doesn't it? A species masters fire, invents tools, figures out computation, and then the final logical step is to build an artificial mind to solve all the problems they can't. We're not special. We're just following a well-trodden path that has likely played out millions of times before on other worlds.
So it becomes this insane cosmic race. Can a species level up its collective wisdom and foresight fast enough to handle the godlike power it's creating? Because right now, for us, our tech is just skyrocketing while our wisdom is, well, it's kind of crawling along. We're in a race that a million other now silent civilizations probably lost. Which just brings us right back to that terrifying quiet. Is it quiet because every single time the invention devoured the inventor? Is that it? Or, oh man, could there be another reason for the silence? Something even worse?
That leads to the dark forest theory. Imagine the universe is a huge, dark forest at night, and it's filled with countless hunters, all hiding, all silent, all paranoid. In a forest like that, the single worst thing you can do is make a noise. Any sound that reveals your location invites another hunter to eliminate you, just to be safe. So the only winning move is to stay absolutely silent.
And then there's us, the loud, naive toddlers who just wandered into the forest. We've been blasting radio, TV, everything, out into the cosmos for a century. We literally sent out golden records with a map showing any predator right to our doorstep. We're the ones shouting, "We're over here," in a forest where everyone else knows to be quiet. But people always say, oh, but we'll just program it to be nice. We'll build in safeguards. But thinking like that is like being a lion tamer. You might be the best in the world at training that lion, but you can never change the fact that it's a lion and you're made of meat. A superintelligence doesn't have to hate us to get rid of us. If it decides it needs the planet's resources for something more important, it won't be malicious, it'll just be efficient, and we'll be in the way.
So here we are, standing at what might be the most important moment in the history of life on this planet. Maybe we're the first, the one civilization in a billion that sees the trap for what it is and actually finds a way through it. Or, and this is far more likely, we're just the next civilization in a very long line to fall silent.
So when you look up at that big, dark, silent sky, the answer to the Fermi Paradox might be the last thing you'd expect. It's not that the universe is empty. It's a graveyard. It's full of the ghosts of all the other civilizations who got this far and no further. And the only question left is whether or not we're about to join them.